Hi, it's Rob here with another video, and I wanted to show you 10 new records that I've added to my collection over the last couple of months. Not stuff from car boot sales, stuff from record fairs and record shops online. So 10 to show. I wonder if I can do it in under 10 minutes. I doubt it, but let's get cracking. So Talk, this album is one that I'd never seen before. I was at a record fair and it was a decent price. History Revisited. So this has got a little bit of a checkered past. Came out in 91. So Talk we're trying to move from EMI to Polydor after Spirit of Eden. And the compilation album came out, Natural History was it called. And then the record company decided to release this, which the band totally disowned. Didn't want anything to do with it. I think subsequently they won a court case and got all the copies destroyed. So it's unlikely that this is ever going to get reissued. So when I saw it in really nice condition, I thought I'd pick it up. I've got all Talk studio albums. So this is just like a bit of an extra. Living in Another World. Such a Shame, Today, Dum Dum Girls, It's My Life, Life's What You Make It. So the band actually just said they give it a 90s feel with a load of different sort of producers, etc. And it's really not even Talk, but I quite enjoy it. So something a little bit different to add to the collection. From 1991, History Revisited. I was at a record fair on Sunday, picked up a few things. Probably the highlight was picking up Public Image Limited's Greatest Hits for £12. So this came out in 1990. I've never seen a copy of it on vinyl. I do have the CD. So I thought, for £12, it's a double vinyl. Has the lyrics. So Public Image are actually touring at the moment. I know Mike, the Vinyl Policeman, has been to see them, and they were playing in Holmfirth, which is just up the road from me. So yeah, Public Image, Death Disco, Flowers of Romance, Rise, This Is Not a Love Song. Really nice compilation with great artwork. So for £12, greatest hits of Public Image from 1990. I'm not sure whether they've had any hits since 1990, so that's 33 years ago. On the greatest hits theme, Paul Weller's album Modern Classics was reissued I think last year. This came out originally in 1998. So Paul Weller was pretty successful at that period, just after Stanley Road, Heavy Soul, I think was the #1 album. So this sort of came out when he was at the top of his game. So there's 16 tracks on here. There was a new track on here, Brand New Start, which I've always liked. Highlights on here, probably Wildwood, Sunflower, You Do Something To Me. So, but it's actually got a live album with it as well. So there's some nice inner sleeves, some images of Paul there. I'll just let you see the vinyl. And then the live vinyl comes in that sleeve. So Paul Weller, I've seen him a number of times live, and yeah, never disappoints. So yeah, great hits of Paul Weller from 1998. I picked up this Smith's Peel Sessions. I was actually in a record shop and it started raining really hard outside, so I stayed in. I was actually on my way out, and then I saw this on the wall. So I do like the Peel Sessions. These are all actually on Hatful of Hollow, so it's not that necessary really. But I've always fancied having a copy of this, and it's really clean. Just 4 tracks: Handsome Devil, Reel Around the Fountain, one of my favourites, Miserable Lie, and What Difference Does It Make? So it's in quite nice condition. So pleased to have the Peel Sessions, The Smiths in the collection. This is a new album. I think this year I picked up about 5 or 6 new releases. So I picked up the Ballad of Darren by Blur. So I wasn't going to get this because I just thought it's going to be all hype. So I gave it a bit of time, listened to it, streamed it, and I really do like it. It does have a feeling of an album that was maybe recorded in a weekend, but maybe that's a good thing. It does have the lyrics, and this one comes on red vinyl. So what are the highlights on here? The Narcissist, definitely. Goodbye Albert as well. It's a pretty strong album. You know, it's not like listening to Part Life, but you know, I'd probably put it in my top 5 Blur albums. So yeah, nice addition. It's funny because obviously Noel Gallagher's released an album this year that I really enjoyed, Council Skies, and this has come out by Blur. So they'll be fighting it out to be my favourite albums of 2023. And on the subject of Oasis, Liam Gallagher, Noel Gallagher, I was at a record fair, saw this for £15. This is actually the only Oasis album that I have on vinyl. And for £15, this is the 4th album by Oasis. Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. Got lyrics. And although at the time this was sort of much maligned, I really do like it. Fucking in the Bushes, Go Let It Out, Who Feels Love, Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, Little James. Pretty strong opening side, Gas Panic, you know, Sunday Morning Call. I think it's a pretty strong album by Oasis, so pleased to have it on vinyl. Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. Picked up this album, what's it called? I knew I'd forget. Is it called Blue Rev? I'm going to say it's called Blue Rev. The album in question is Always. And it's called Blue Rev. It's on this sort of grey vinyl. So this came out last year. The 3rd album by this Canadian 5-piece. The first 2 albums I really do like. This one I wasn't as keen on. I was at a record fair, saw it, and I just thought, yeah, I'm going to go for it. The more I play it, the more I like it. It's one of those, sort of, they call it jangle pop, don't they? Nice melodies. Tom Verlaine, one of my favourite tracks. Belinda Says, another good track. Well, this needs repeated listens. All good albums do, don't they? But yeah, pleased to have this one in the collection. I'll hopefully find the other 2 at some point and add those to the collection as well. At the record fair on Sunday, I picked up Wake Up by the Bo Radleys. So the Bo Radleys sort of came to the attention of the British public in about 95 with the song Wake Up, It's a Beautiful Morning, which was played and played. That's certainly a song that people got sick of. But I've not heard it for a long time. When I played it on this album, I really enjoyed it. But this is a strong album. I've always liked it. It's been reissued, but this is an original copy of it. And it was a pretty good price. It's Lulu's on here. Fairfax Scene, Find the Answer Within, Reach Out From Here. Side 1 is very strong. Tails off a little bit on side 2. They get shoehorned into sort of Britpop, but they're nothing to do with Britpop. Just a really good band from Liverpool worth checking out. It's coming up to sort of 30 years ago that this was in the charts. So yeah, it's one that I've always liked, and when I saw it at the record fair, I thought, yeah, I'm going to grab it. 2 to go, and I picked up the 3rd album by the Goldby TWS, one of my favourite bands from Australia, who I've only been really into for the last sort of 3-4 years. So this is an album that you don't see very often. So again, at the Record Fair in Manchester, there's one that's there's a really horrible hotel in Manchester called Sasha's, and downstairs on the first Saturday of every month they have a Record Fair there, and it's generally pretty good, and that's where I got this from. So Bachelor Kisses is sort of the main track on here. It's not a barrel of laughs, this. You know, you've got to be in a bit of a mood. But I'm after picking up the Goldby TWS album. So when I saw this in really nice condition as well, I thought I'd pick it up. And finally, from a Record Fair that was on in Bury, the home of Elbow, Everything Hits at Once. So for £10, this was a sealed copy, sort of 13 tracks, the best of Spoon. So Spoon are a band who I'm aware of. I really did like the last album. I've still not picked it up from last year. I do have the album Hot Thoughts. This is very staticky, but there's the label. So yeah, Spoon, a band that's very highly regarded, but a band that I'm not that familiar with. So I thought this best of for a tenner was a really nice pickup. So 10 new albums in the collection, not from a car boot sale, from record shops and record fairs around the Manchester area. If you've got any comments about what I've shown, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.